Well, hey, Kickstarter. We have a guest star today. I wanted an old friend, and I can actually say old because we qualify. Um,
Yes, definitely true.
yeah, I'd say to say that. I never really thought I'd be out here, making and hawking games, 40 years later, but sometimes you just get lucky.
That's right.
Let me introduce you to Mike Selinker. Mike and I have had a pleasure of working together many times, most notably and relevant for the game that we're here talking about, Sea of Legends, which was the other. Well, I guess I've done two pirate games, and this was the most direct pirate game, which is Pirates of the Spanish Main, which
Yeah.
Mike and I and James Ernest did, and Mike Mulvihill.
And Ethan Pasternak and the whole crew.
Yeah, coming on 20 years now or something. It was a long
Yeah.
time ago.
It was. Yeah, it was literally the first game that I worked on after I left Wizards of the Coast. So it was the first game that Lone Shark Games as a company did. And we didn't know what the future held for us or anything like that. And you were like, let's just make a pirate game. And by the way, what if we got these giant sheets of polystyrene and just popped out a bunch of pirate ships? And I was like, I want all of them. And so yes,
Ethan was a genius at making those ships. He just came up with the coolest design.
They're insane. And I've played that game many times, but I've also played many other games with those pirate ships. Right?
Good. They're
people,
versatile.
yeah, people have just said, I'm throwing away whatever pieces are in this game to represent the pirate ships, and I'm using yours. And so that's happened a lot.
Well, and being amazingly the way the universe converges. I mean, not only are we out talking about a new pirate game, Sea of Legends, but your second game after as Lone Shark after Pirates of the Spanish Main was a little thing set in a humble little town in Nevada, right?
Yes, it was called Lords of Vegas. I barely fit on the screen with it.
It's a big game, Mike. It's a big game.
That's right. Yeah, Lords of Vegas is now. It's the second game we worked on. It wasn't the second game we released because time and stuff, but it was the second game we worked on, and it was a huge hit out of the gate for Mayfair. That was 10 years ago, and did really well for Mayfair. It was a great thing, and then Mayfair didn't, and that's a sad story. But the game went to Asmodee as part of the Mayfair transfer, and they did some great job curating it for a while, and then now it's back with us. And so for the 10th anniversary, we are going to do a brand new expansion for the game called Underworld. We're doing a big boss bundle, which is like a blinged out version of the game, a new version of our poker book Dealer's Choice. It's going to be a lot of fun. And so yeah, we're running that campaign now. And
that's very cool. And I mean, you guys are pretty into it, and it looks like it's going well.
Yeah, it's been good so far. And you've played the game. I mean, maybe you tell people.
I remember when, I saw it when you were out hawking it.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, we were looking at it seriously.
Well, people probably because at that point we had one client. Right?
No, I mean, like it was an elegant game. I was very impressed with it.
Yeah, we had a really good time then. We shopped that one around for a while, and an early version, it was a very good city building game, but it didn't have, maybe the first time you saw it, didn't have really a really Vegas-y feel yet until we added gambling to it. And I remember
something near and dear to James's heart. I mean,
right, absolutely. We both spent a lot of time in Vegas, and it's not surprising that kind of a thread through the games that you and I have worked on is this sort of moment in the game where you're just like, screw it, I'm just gonna bet it all. Right? Like I mean, that shows up in some of the stuff we did in Battletech. It shows up in some of the stuff that is in Pirates, and it definitely shows up in Vegas. And in this new game you've got, well, it's over the top.
Yeah, I mean, we really embrace the Errol Flynn, Johnny Depp of it all, and it is an all-in kind of game.
Yeah.
You're here for you're not going to win being most notorious pirate by being
most
cautious
conservative
or
pirate, yeah, most
conservative.
conservative pirate does not get
Yeah.
you a prize.
Exactly.
That's right. Least adventurous does not
Yeah,
make you not put
the
you on
least
any walls.
interesting thing on the planet is a 70-year-old pirate. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
not what.
Wait, you have both? Wait, you have both of your hands? Tell me how that's possible.
What have you done wrong? Yeah.
Exactly. So, yeah, I definitely feel that way. And so, I mean, I got a chance to play your new game. I'm super excited about it. I love what the app is doing in the game as a sort of storytelling master, dungeon master style, Zorkish kind of choose your own adventure element, which I really love. But it all plays out on an environment that's, I mean, both incredibly pretty with all of its map and all the monsters and pirate miniatures and stuff like that, but also like the evolution of the characters, your nemesis, your lover, how that interacts with the other players' goals and allies and stuff like that. All of that interconnectivity is just, I mean, it's gold, and I think it's going to be really great.
That. Yeah, I think Zach and Ryan did an absolutely awesome job on this game, and I'm glad they just let me tag along and contribute. Yep. And we're excited that you're going to contribute and write us a couple of, I'm sure, dark and twisted and warped stories.
I do have.
If I know anything about you.
I mean, okay, but I mean, I know I have a reputation, with Betrayal at House on the Hill and Apocrypha and all those games of being a horror writer, but not every. I mean, I also just like going for a nice little sailing voyage. Right? I mean, why does it always have to be monsters with tentacles?
Because as soon as you said nice little sailing voyage, the only thing I was thinking was Kraken. I mean,
well, okay, sure. I mean, a few Kraken, but I mean, otherwise, a nice little sailing voyage. Yeah.
Well, we all look forward to where you go with that.
I am excited about it. I hope once I got to get through this thing. I got a little on my mind right now, right? But once this is over, I will definitely take a look at it because I'm super excited about where you're going with it.
Well, we appreciate your support and are excited for how well Lords of Vegas is doing, and can't wait to get your stories into the game.
Sounds good, man. It's always a pleasure talking to you.
Take care. Thanks again. Wonderful working with you.